Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Um, so yeah, as a FNAF fan myself, and if you don't believe I'm a FNAF fan, I can literally show you, I have some Five Nights at Freddy's, decorations over on my shelf there, but, I really enjoyed this movie. Not gonna lie. I went with my mom and my brother. My mom, she really enjoyed it. My brother, not so much, but he tolerated it. But yeah, I went into no spoilers the last video, so this video I'm gonna go into spoilers. It basically starts out inside the past with I'm pretty sure it's 1982 or something like that. 1992 or something like that. But yeah. In that time there was Charlotte standing or sitting in front of the stage, just sitting cross applesauce in front of the stage, waiting for her favorite animatronic, the puppet, to come out. Very ironic, I know. That her favorite animatronic is the puppet. You guys don't know, in the games, she ends up dying, and the puppet goes out into the rain and collapses right next to our dead corpse. But yeah. Then she looks into it like a window, into like a door, and she sees the yellow rabbits kind of like luring a child with him. But he doesn't kill him yet. Charlie tries to follow him, but young Vanessa grabs her arm, being like, "No, you can't go. Just let it happen. Let my dad kill this kid. All right? It's not worth it." She goes anyway. Oh, before that, she tries to get the adults' attention, but they're like, "Go away, kid. Go away." So she just tries and does it herself. The adults in this movie are are assholes, I should say. And then she goes into the back room, or not into into the kitchen, basically. And while William is cleaning off his knife or something, even though he hasn't already killed the kid yet. So Charlie, she grabs the kid. She basically holds him like this, with her two arms carrying him out of the kitchen, and William Afton puts on his spring bonnie head and chases her down the hallway with a knife. Apparently he somehow already stabbed her 3 times in the back. She falls onto the trapdoor hatch thing. I'm guessing Afton opens it to try and hide her corpse, and she ends up falling into the arms of the puppet, just rising up like this. And then it cuts back to present day, where Michael is trying to live somewhat of a normal life now. Him and Vanessa are like dating, kinda, sorta, and then like we wake up with Vanessa, and Mike over at his house. Sorry, it's been like 2 days since I've seen the movie. I'm forgetting some details. Anyway, you can't, I forget exactly what happens. Shit. It's 2 days ago. Why can't I freaking remember? Pretty sure he... Okay. So, I'll just tell you the stuff I do remember. Abby, she goes to the pizzeria, tries to fix up her friends. Mike sees the note on the door. He goes to the pizzeria, and he sees Abby sitting crisscross applesauce, calling for her friends, the animatronics. No one answers. Absolutely no one. The animatronics, they aren't there, I guess. But to cheer her up, Mike lets her pick an item from the prize counter. First, he finds a knockoff Freddy plushie. He squeezes it, and it goes that meme. And then he's like, maybe not. So he puts it back, and she finds the fast talker. So she's like, I want that. And Mike's like, okay, 1 million tickets. And he's just kidding, but he gives her the fast talker. They go back home. Michael goes out on his date, and they talk about Vanessa and her past. How, like, she's having reoccurring nightmares about her past. And they talk about Abby, how she misses her friends. And so Michael's like, you're having dream problems, sleeping problems, right? How about you did what I did? That was take drugs and go back in your memory and see what happens. But before that, like, she's over at like this cycling class, like this bicycling class, and she sees William Afton screaming at her over and over and over, like faster, faster, faster. And then she just runs off into like a break room just to recollect herself. And then all of a sudden she has William Afton's arm coming up onto her shoulder. It scares her. She pulls out her gun at one of the teachers because of how paranoid she is. And then she goes out of the date with Mike, and she takes Mike's advice. She goes back into her dreams. But for some reason, she opens up the box. That one box we see inside this final trailer. and she grabs multiple items out of that box: a bag of marbles, a mirror. It was Garrett's plane, and something else. But then she turns on the TV static, and she sits down, crisscross applesauce, closes her eyes, go back into her dream state. She's in her past house in her dream, and she's running away from her father, hiding inside of his warehouse. And like, as she's running down the hallway, she's getting younger and younger and younger and younger until she's a child. And then, while she's inside of while she's hiding inside of his warehouse, she looks behind her, and guess who she sees is? Circus Baby. The Circus Baby animatronic from Sister Location. It closes its eyes, it looks down at her. And then she runs out. She grabs her gun. She shoots William, and he falls down a staircase. But he says stuff like, "You were always my favorite, and you were born. You were meant for something," or something like that. And then she wakes up. And she goes to, and as that's happening, Abby goes to the second pizzeria because of the fast talker. Goes, Abby, come help us, come find us. I'll show you the way. And she goes to the second pizzeria. She finds Toy Chica and thinks that is regular Chica. And she hugs her. And Toy Chica agrees to the hug to gain her trust. So, and then Vanessa picks up on what's going on. She goes to the pizzeria. Well, before that, Abby is watching some kind of like TV show with paranormal investigators. And they head over to the pizzeria before she does. And they meet Michael there. This guy named Michael. If you guys know the games, you guys know it's Michael Afton. It's Michael Afton. And he's apparently continuing his dad's legacy. That's what he says he's doing. And he brings in the paranormal investigators. Follow him. And explains all this pizzeria has a whole bunch of unique features. And Lisa says, like the puppet. Lisa's one of the paranormal investigators. And Lisa said she's going to go out on her own. Meanwhile, the other two go out on their own. And they get picked apart one by the animatronics. One of the paranormal investigators get killed by Mangle. They like get choked up to the ceiling, and then get eaten on by Mangle. The other one goes into the log flume ride, like not on the one of the boats, but like they walk across it. They slip, they fall. There are a whole bunch of like puppet plushies. And then he gets up. The plushies are still there. They're still there. And then he looks away. He looks back, and they're gone. So and then he looks down under him, and there's a whole bunch of them try to like eat him, possess him, something like that, kill him. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But then there also is but Abby goes to the pizzeria. Well, no. Lisa goes and finds the puppet's box. The puppet possesses her, and Michael sees the transformation of Lisa being possessed by the puppet, runs out of the pizzeria for its life, and looks back, says, "Welcome back, Charlotte." And that is a sign to Charlotte that, oh, he's trying to work with me. When in reality, Michael is trying to use her to kill more people. But she doesn't know that, and Abby goes to the pizzeria. She meets Toy Chica, and they help her build like some kind of classic Chica sculpture thing for her robotics project. And her robotics teacher is an absolute dick. Like, I'm happy he died the way he did. But yeah. He doesn't like it. He destroys it, actually. And Abby goes running back to the pizzeria, back into Toy Chica's arms. And she says, "It's okay. Just use me as your project. But there's something you have to do for us first." She takes Abby to the security office. When Vanessa picks up what's going down, she goes to the pizzeria, the first pizzeria that is, and the second movie's pizzeria, and she tries to stop Charlotte. Charlotte gets her stuck in a hug, kind of, sort of like that, and is like, "Give me the code, and I won't kill her." Out of pure innocence, she doesn't. She gives Charlotte the code. Toy Chica gives Abby the code to put in, and then once it says passcode accepted, she's like, "You did it, Abby! We're free!" By free, she means free to reign upon the humans and kill them. Of course, they're not trying to kill all humans. They're sparing children and Vanessa. But they're trying to kill adults, basically. So the toys, they go around town trying to kill adults. And Toy Chica goes with Abby, but Toy Bonnie, he goes to it's not random locations, it's specific locations to what adult was there at the time of Charlie dying. So Toy Bonnie goes to this house, he sees a child, he makes friends with the little girl. And then he's like, "I'm gonna go see if Mommy will stay up later." So he goes over to the living room out of and it makes sense because there's a giant animatronic walking into her living room, and she starts screaming her head off. And at the animatronic, she runs into the kitchen, curls up in a little ball, and the animatronic grabs Toy Bonnie, he grabs a screwdriver and tries to kill her. The child sees what's going down, and he tries to protect her mother, and Toy Bonnie's like, she deserves this. And Toy Freddy, he's walking in the crowd of Faz Fest, and people are like, good cosplay, good costume. And then he's like, I have a meeting with some very bad people. And he just walks away. And Vanessa goes into a car, tries to stop them. Mangle is riding on top of the car, trying to stop Vanessa. And Charlie's like, but before that, Charlie's like, I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way. And then Mango literally tries to break through. She does break through the freaking windows inside the car to get to Vanessa. Car crashes into a house. Right, it crashes into Toy Freddy of all people, and she gets out. She tries to stop Toy Bonnie from killing the adult. And by then it's too late because Mike has already stopped the animatronics by then, but one hasn't. That animatronic is Toy Chica. She goes and she carries Abby to her bedroom, and before all that, she sees that her plan isn't going as well as she thought, so she activates the Wizards. Okay, well, they don't call them the Wizards in this movie; they call them prototypes, but you automatically know it's the Wizards. And they try to go after Mike. There's two freaking Mikes inside this movie. And Bonnie crawls through the vent. Mike's just closed the vent door, and Bonnie's like, okay, bye. Just gone for the rest of the night. And Toy Chica and Toy Freddy come into the freaking the front hallway. Freddy does his stance like this. Mike puts on the mask, I should say, and he's like, oh, okay. He scans him as animatronic. Walks back. Toy Chica comes in, or not Toy Chica, sorry. Wizard Chica comes in. She scans as animatronic. Walks back. Next up is Foxy. He tries it on Foxy. It doesn't work because his programming is broken. So he tries to attack Mike, and then he just flashes the flashlight into his eyes, and he walks away, or I guess runs away. And then he goes to help Vanessa and Abby. By the time and Vanessa tries to go and help Abby, and when she does that, the puppet apparently took over, possessed Abby, and Abby's just laughing her butt off, just freaking going after Vanessa. They play hide and seek and whatnot, and pretty sure before this, right? Mike, he went to Henry's place to try and figure out a solution to their Charlie problem. And Henry's like, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice at the time, but when those 5 kids went missing, I knew who did it. And he was alluding to William Afton. And he gave Michael, oh my God, Mike, Jesus, a music box with a ballerina in it, alluding to, well, Ballora. And he played the tune to ward off the puppet. And for some reason, he closes the music box. Like, you just got rid of her. Why close it now? In fact, why close it ever? Anyway. The puppet's gone for this conversation, but the animatronics, they break into Mike's house. Michael walks into the front door, being like, "Hey, sis." And then Vanessa's like, "Michael, what are you doing here?" And Michael explains, I'm carrying on our father's legacy." And he tries to say, "Oh, you know you were born to be a killer, like Dad. Come on, join me. And Vanessa's like, "You know what? No, I don't think so. I don't think I will join you." So Michael's like, "Okay, break their bones." And the animatronics, they go and they try to kill him. When all of a sudden, Foxy, not withered Foxy of the first movie, breaks in through the freaking window and destroys Toy Bonnie. And Freddy absolutely wrecks Toy Freddy. Bonnie absolutely wrecks Mangle. And Chica is like, "Abby, you've been a bad girl." And Chica just comes over to Toy Chica and just rips off her head. Throws it. Don't remember if she throws it or just puts it down. I don't remember. But it'd be a lot cooler if she just threw it. And then the ghost kid says, "Mike, we used all our energy we had to get here. We can't ward him off any longer. He's going to come back bigger and stronger." So, they go ahead and leave Mike's house. Vanessa tries to come join them, but Mike's like, "No. You've been keeping all this stuff a secret. The first pizzeria, Charlie, your brother, everything a secret from me. Just stay away, please. Stay away." They go away. Jeremiah stops Michael from running away, and for some reason he just lets him go away for some reason, because there's this badge on the friggin' grass. But Mike goes with Jeremiah, and Abby goes with Mike. So then behind Vanessa, the puppet possesses Vanessa, and that's where the movie closes. But then there's an end credit scene where it's 3 guys going over to the original Freddys, or not the original Freddys, but the first movie Freddys, and they find Springtrap. They bring him, or they put a tarp over him. We sort of kind of see Springtrap for the first time, but it's over a tarp. So then it ends off with FNAF 6, basic like a FNAF 6 tape thing, saying basically Henry saying to Mike that, oh, I I'm the father of Charlotte. I didn't know the devil was in front of me this whole time. Yada, yada, yada. And that's the end of it. Overall, I think it was a very great movie. Definitely think you guys should check it out for yourselves if you guys haven't already. And make sure to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you guys next video and or live stream. Peace.